Hello everybody, how you doing? I hope you're having a lovely spring or fall, depending when you are. Here is fall, or at least the beginning. And it's just beautiful. So, today's topic. Why my topics are all over the place, and how is this connected to creativity? This kind of came up the other day when I was chatting with someone else, and we were like, oh, you have a YouTube channel too? And it's okay, could you please look up my channel? What is it that I don't know if there's anything I could change or improve. So this kid gave me a very good feedback. I didn't know very well how to word it in a polite manner, but it was along the lines of, well, I don't really know what are you doing. But the thing is about noticing is that you don't have a topic. You don't have a niche. Your topics are all over the place. And they're all different. And that kind of made me think, which is dangerous. The thing is, this is the problem I think between YouTube and YouTubers. And this is why so many YouTubers suffer through burnout. YouTubers have a more creative angle to life. Now, computer programmers, on the other hand, they have a more masculine, more efficient way of thinking. So this is the thing. When you're a company and you're producing content, that's one thing. It's fairly easy to have a group of thinkers, or think tank, and it's just, you stay in a niche. And even for some companies this is difficult, and that's exactly why some companies, they just rise and fall in disgrace in the YouTube community. And it's not because their topics are not aligned with their niche, it's just that there is so much you can push creativity and stay in a niche. And there's another thing. I didn't open this channel to please a niche, because that's not something I wanted to do. It's, at the time I was going through some things mentally, and I was having a severe issue with self-expression, mainly because things happen, and when you get punished enough times for expressing yourself, then you just have an issue with expressing them. And you might think, Victoria, the internet is horrible. How is it gonna be the internet a good place where to go when having self-expression issues? Well, that should tell you a bit of my environment. So I kind of opened this channel to express myself and trying to unlock the issues I had when it came to my own issues, the things I needed to express. And that is a bit of a thing I did to crack open the Pandora box, because I have become so inexpressive. I have blocked so many things I had to say for so long. I have actively become discommunicated with myself. You know what I mean? So I was starting to have leaks and symptoms of a bigger issue. So I began to lose contact with the issues that were deep inside of me, inside of my unconscious, and I just couldn't communicate to myself what did I need to change. And that became a problem really quickly. When you open the Pandora box, all the issues came out, and you kind of have to start unraveling one by one, all of them. And I kind of did. Now the thing is, I didn't want my channel to be this stale and very niche thing that can, yes, lead you to gaining subscribers, but it kind of leads you to lose creativity, because creativity is linked to the unconscious. and chaos. And on the other hand, programming, because I actually took some classes of coding, programming is very organized. There's an order, there's logarithms, there's actual math you have to apply. There's a lot of male, very restricted, very limited, very step-by-step kind of shenanigan type of thing. Shenanigan. It's not shenanigan, but when it comes to creativity, it is shenanigan, because you cannot, nor you should, restrict it. Because art is vulnerable, and it's linked to the deepest core of you, and it's both chaotic and vulnerable. You cannot. That's why artists get so mad when you insult their creation, because you're touching their unconscious. They're touching their core. They just got naked in front of you emotionally, and you're just like, oh, I don't like your painting. So of course artists are gonna think, oh, you don't like my painting, therefore you don't like me. It's kind of that kind of attitude. And when I started this channel, I was trying to just get an outlet. Hola, Mishi. Hola, mi amor. Hola. Hola. See, I was trying to get a grip of myself and my self-expression. Oh, okay. Hola, amor. Hola. Oh, sabía que tengo un perro, no? I have a dog. Yes, I'm a dog person. Yes. Why are you just so... Again, it's just like with animals. You can't force an animal to be vulnerable to you like this. It just happens. Art is the same thing, and creativity comes from the unconscious. It comes from the most deepest vulnerable moments and places of your heart. So the topics, especially if you're processing things and if you're changing and you're shifting and growing and you're a creative person, it's going to be most likely ever changing, and it's going to be a different thing a different day. Because have you seen the people who are into arts and crafts? They tend to be more creative, yes, but they're also very curious, like the cat. This little kitty was just randomly doing this with a stranger. How many affection do you have? None. So creativity is from the unconscious, is creativity. You cannot force it to be a niche thing. Those are my shoelaces. You cannot eat my shoelaces. You cannot force it. It just comes from the unconscious. See. So it just kind of happens. And one thing I do love about the things I managed to show you with this camera was I can show you my perspective. I can talk about things I want to talk, and it helps me to do process things I want to process. But more importantly, I show you the things I like plants, animals and buildings. I like people, but I just don't want to record them with a spy camera. It's just, it would feel unethical and wrong. It's just like, yeah, oh yeah. Mind you, this is not my cat. I'm gonna have to wash my hands, isn't it? Like, really well. Yeah. So this is why my topics are all over the place, because they actually come from a place of self-expression and vulnerability, and the expression of the unconscious I didn't got to express. And it helped me a lot, because it helped me to reconnect with me and to kind of just started to unravel some of my issues, not all of them. Oh, I see. This is gonna be a long video, but it's gonna be ASMR, playing with a cat, full vibes, and cat of a stranger. Gracias por los besitos. Ay, gracias. Yes. So yeah, that's why my topics are all over the place. They come from the deepest corners of my head. And I don't exactly make a script. I just start recording and I show you what I think it's pretty or gives me hope in humanity, sometimes within ethical realms, of course, in the realms of ethics. And yes, and what it just happens, these beautiful things of life that just happens. And it was also a reason to just leave the house, because I was staying too much inside of my house. I was too depressed. And when you go out and you just roam around talking to a stranger in a camera, things like this happen. They just get so cute. They just so random things and so cute and amazing things happen. Yes, sí. Oh. ¿No tiene frío ahí? Bueno, ya. Ahí. May I leave, monsieur? I have cat hair all over the place. May I leave? ¿Puedo irme? Yes, I may leave. I may. Ya, ay, mira. Mira. I was not interested, but you know what? You showed me your hand and it was good enough. So yeah. That's why my YouTube channel is so all over the place when it comes to topics. It's so much unconscious. Ow! Aya! Aya! Do cats normally do this? I don't know. Ay, gracias. Oh. Gracias por no clavarme las uñas. Okay. It's starting to... Ow! Okay. Nothing happening, some random stranger playing with some stranger's cat. Nothing unusual, it's just a regular Tuesday. Well, that's actually Friday, so you're correct. It is unusual. So, yeah, I self-express through this. Oh. Yeah. Ay, gracias. I just talked to the owners of the cat. Lovely people. Yeah, random things happen when you leave your house. When you stay indoors and you're depressed, the world stays very gloom and doom. But when you leave the house and you actually see the world, it's so much better when you leave the house. It has colors, you know. It's not all grey, it's not all bad, and there's good people. I was being observed by the neighbors. So yeah. This is my word of advice. If you are a bit depressed, of course, unlicensed advice. If you're depressed, just try to leave the house a few minutes a day. Find an excuse or a reason to do so, and just walk around anywhere. It's gonna lift your spirits. But that is why all of my topics are all over the place. Yeah, because creativity is a bitch and it comes from the unconscious, and the unconscious is chaos. Especially when you just open the box, you just let it out. It's like just like and it's no vomit is no vomit comes with no chaos at all. So yeah, I have no desire of being disrespectful to my viewers. It's just that it's not that I don't care about the viewers, it's just that If you need this, you need this. If you don't need this, you keep scrolling. That's kind of my mentality. If this message helps you, or you find it useful, pleasing, well, you keep on watching. But if you don't find it useful, you just keep scrolling. That's it. It's not that I don't have my viewers in mind. It's just that the viewers I have in mind is the ones that need my message. Those who may need it, they receive it. If it helps you, better. And if it doesn't, well, I'm so sorry. But there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just a YouTuber. Well, self-express, be vulnerable. Try to find a creative outlet. Show the people to people things I like, that I enjoy, like sunlight, sunrises, sundowns, plants, buildings, animals. I do enjoy humans, but it's just that I just don't want to record them once again with a spy camera without their permission. It would feel wrong about it. It will go against my ethics.
Atención vecinos, la Unión Vecinal del Barrio Ate convoca a todos sus socios a la Asamblea General Ordinaria que se llevará a cabo este sábado 2 de abril a las 18 horas en el predio de la Torre Tanque, Centenario. El día te esperamos. Atención vecinos, la Unión Vecinal del Barrio Ate convoca a todos sus socios a la Asamblea General Ordinaria que se llevará a cabo este sábado 2 de abril a las 18 horas en el predio de la Torre Tanque, Centenario. El día te esperamos.
Are you watching this? Oh, qué cuchi.
Atención vecinos. La Unión Vecinal del Barrio Ate convoca a todos sus socios a la Asamblea General Ordinaria que se llevará a cabo este sábado 2 de abril.
Little sexy thing. Oh, I also like cars. So yeah, it's not that I don't have an audience in mind. I don't have any respect for you. It's just I don't do things according to a program. I do things according to the creativity. I can program, I can do math and things like that. I'm finding a creative outlet, and it has nothing to do with math, and it has nothing to do with logarithm, and it has everything to do with chaos and unconscious. So yeah, that is why my topics are all over the place, and that's why I always say, if you find it useful, entertaining, or education at the very least, that's because that's when I have in mind my audience. That's what I'm hoping for you. It's not that when I do have in mind is that if there's anyone out there who happens to be in need of this message and it just happens to be helpful, that would be amazing. That is the greatest thing of all, because I have kind of helped myself, but in the process I helped someone else. So it's not that I don't have a respect for you, it's just that I'm doing this for me, and for the very reason why YouTube became popular, to express yourself and be creative. And that, my dear, has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with what the artist wants to do. And you know what? This is the thing. You may like an artist, but you may not like all of their songs. And that's normal. But not all of their songs are going to be the same. They're going to be different. Once you find the song, for example, when you grow old, they say that tango, you appreciate it when you grow older. Because the song is not the culprit one, you know. Because you see, the song is not the culprit one. The song was made for the artist and for a specific stage of the artist's life and what they were going through. And once you get to a stage of maturity, or you have a point of connection to that artist, you just happen to appreciate that song. And you say, wow, I have never noticed this before. This song is actually great. No, it was always great. You just happened to be the first time to be appreciative of the song. And it's not because the song is bad or good, it's just that you were not aligned emotionally with the song wanting to express you. You haven't experienced or you weren't relating emotionally to what the songwriter meant. And that, my dear, is why creators should be allowed to transform, to be curious, and to experiment. And if you don't relate to that, it's okay. You just drop it for a little while, and maybe in a few years from now you will understand. It won't make sense now. It might make sense in the future, or it might never make sense to you, but it will make sense to someone. And that is why creativity should be chaotic and not logarithmic. Well, wait a second. Yes. Oh, better. Much better. These things are noisy as heck. So, I hope you have liked this. You find it useful. Just in case saying it again, in case you haven't listened properly. And yeah, once again, curiosity and experimenting and creativity are chaotic and should stay that way. Never logarithmic, always chaos, and a positive and constructive way, of course. I hate anarchism. It's never good. And I hope you find it useful. I have helped you to make your creativity flourish somehow, solve any issues of your own, and yeah, I hope you liked it, enjoy it, find it useful, and or if you didn't, well, maybe in a few years from now you will, who knows. Until then, I wish you the best. I hope you're safe and sound, and as sound as possible, and yeah, until next time, bye bye.